Welcome to Tales from the Majestic Mothership. Majestic Hudson fosters connection, inspires creativity, and supports a compassionate lifestyle, one blissful experience at a time. Please follow us at majestichudson.com and all social media where we can help you follow your bliss.
And we're back.
Hi, everybody. Happy June.
I know. June babies unite.
Yeah, indeed. Oh my God, I'm so happy it's June.
I know.
I am so happy it's June. I'm so happy you're here.
I know.
Oh my God, what's going on?
I know. Back from the back bay, from the ocean, essentially.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know.
And it's our first video in-person podcast.
That's true.
It's so nice.
I know. Hey.
We finally did it.
Welcome to Tales from the Majestic Mothership. From the Majestic Mothership.
From the spaceship.
From the spaceship.
I know. It's so nice. It was only a matter of time before we just decided to come in to the space and just do it.
Yes.
It's great.
It's good. Everything feels so good right now.
I know. It's because it's our month.
It is our month.
It's time for us to shine. And I'm waiting for all that good karma to come here. Now.
Yeah. It's happening. It's happening.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, I feel especially good because I just did a 10-day cleanse.
Yeah, I know. Stronger than all of us. I did the opposite of that this week.
I did a talk. I did a detox. You did a tox.
Yeah, I deeply toxed.
I'm really proud of myself. It has been the last few years have been
right.
Kick me in the derriere kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
I went a lot of dairy.
Yeah, cheese. There was a lot of brie consumed.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wine consumed.
There was a lot of
There
wine.
was a lot of coffee.
The last time we recorded together, we had wine.
That's true. That's true.
We were well, day's over. Start our routine.
Yeah. I mean, it's gotten so bad that customers are literally giving me bottles of wine sometimes. Literally. Yeah, no. I mean, it's a perk.
Yeah.
Crystal's wine.
We have to train people,
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to make a plug. I'm going to I even have friends who have a vineyard who just named their vineyard Quartz Vineyards.
Love that.
Yeah. So shout out to you guys, right? I'm going to say hello. I just randomly plug people I like. So
yeah,
I was like, you named your vineyard. What?
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, excellent pairing. Let's go.
All of it. Every last one. Mm-hmm. Just for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm proud of myself. I did. So can I
oh my God.
Yes. This is this is a big deal.
I know.
Okay. No coffee, no wine, no dairy. No alcohol of any kind. No meat.
Mm-hmm.
What else did I say? Did I miss something?
Did you say sugar?
And no sugar.
Yeah.
That was the big one I forgot because sugar's in everything.
Oh my God. Everything. And it's my greatest vice.
Oh, everybody loves sugar, I guess. I don't know people I can't handle people who are yeah, I just eat plants.
I know. That's my dad, and I can't handle it ever.
Sorry.
No. I'm saying you hit the nail on the head with that character development.
But I mean, it works for some people. But and I did a really good job. I did Ayurvedic protocol again, and and I had guidance, and it was amazing.
Good.
And but it feels good. It feels good to be
I know.
I actually feel clearer. Crystals do a lot, but not eating sugar or drinking coffee for a week can do a lot too.
I'm sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might have to take that up at some point because I did just the polar opposite. Mm-hmm. While you were cleansing, I was dirtying. Yes. I had an outdoor cleanse. I was outside in the sun.
Well, you had a lot of time off
all day.
Right after your birthday. And happy birthday.
Thank you.
You already had your birthday.
I know. Mm-hmm. Ancient. Mm-hmm. My dermatologist is already your cell turnover is starting to decrease.
Oh God, sunscreen.
And I did. I totally did. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm not golden at all.
Mm-hmm.
I was
it's okay. It's worth it.
And my boyfriend was laughing at me because everyone's swimming in the dock and I'm sitting in the shade dousing myself because
that's hysterical.
I need it. But yeah, I mean, it was really nice. Because none of my classes are inside and most of my life is spent inside. Mm. So it was really nice to just get out, sit in the sun. Because
it's that time of year.
It is.
Everything's blue. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's really all good. I can't even explain how I've been a little bit like stumbling on my words a lot lately. Because I just feel like
It's a lot of
I feel like I
feelings.
just exhaled for the first time in like 25 years.
Yes.
That's possible.
Yeah, it honestly is. Like,
You know?
it's crazy. I'm seeing a lot of like people finally like divvying up responsibility and not like putting everything on themselves. So that way they not only have more time for, their retreats and their, as we said earlier, they're replenishing.
Yes, that's the word.
But then also like by replenishing yourself, that's also where you get inspired.
Yes.
So like it's just this like it's funny, we always talk about like the vicious cycle, but we don't really ever discuss like the replenishing cycles.
Yes.
If you, take that time to be gentle with yourself, it really like it makes a world of difference.
It's so much more than restoring. So like we talk a lot about that with like restorative yoga, all you guys who like practice with us here with restorative, but it's that word. We really are like really strong about this word all of a sudden, replenishment. Replenish is like the fountain that runneth over.
Yeah.
Right? It's always regenerating. It's always rebirth. And for many of us who have like feel like we've just been through the birth canal again.
Yeah.
For lots of reasons.
Yeah.
It's important to know that it actually it's not important to know it, just to live it, to imbibe it. Where we're sort of like it's always gonna runneth over. There's always gonna be enough.
Yeah.
And that's I think that's kind of an important like kind of philosophy to live by.
Yeah.
Whether you're like experiment with oracle or crystals or you meditate or even just anything in life. If things have been a little sticky, try to spend at least I challenge everybody.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not Deepak Chopra or anything. I have all my friends who are like, do you want to do the Chopra challenge? I'm like, I kind of do that on the reg.
Yeah, this is my everyday life.
I'm like, do I have to do his? Can I do mine?
Yeah,
I mean, like,
have control issues.
I know, I have control issues, exactly. And he's in LA and I'm in New York.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say? That challenge, 30 days, 30 days of, it's more than abundance. It's like every time you feel lack, it shall be multiplied.
Yeah. And you give what you get. Too, is a big thing that I, especially in the past few weeks, have been observing as I'm like closing out, like giving what you get, especially as I've like been closing out like my, first year at grad school and, just like transitioning into the summer while taking another class, like having like the gentleness with yourself will also not only help you project gentleness onto others, but then that's also the type of energy you get back.
Right.
Which is why I always tell the cautionary tale of revenge is not the answer. Like the maliciousness is not the answer, though it feels so very good
love.
In the moment.
It's love. It's
love.
So like, that's so cliche, but like.
It really is. But I had to say the cliche over and over to myself because like sometimes the universe really tries to test your character and be like, hey, do you want to be a dick right now because it feels super good? Or like, do you want to like maybe exercise restraint and see if like you can really just, and so I was like, I want to be a dick so bad, so very bad. but
I'm just gonna be.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Peace out, man.
Yeah, literally. and then like that's what you get back. And I got to spend like a week with all my best friends. They secretly like brought out a birthday cake for me. I know they brought the birthday cake. It was a chocolate ganache with raspberry filling. They know me so well.
That's Althea's birthday cake.
Yeah,
mine's a carrot cake. I like.
That's
nuts.
Nina's.
I know. I was like, for those of you out there who have a specific birthday cake, please send them in. Yeah. And we will find a crystal that goes with it, and we'll make it into a king cake for you.
I'm hiring you for my wedding.
Kind of. Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know. Even Andrew would probably be like, yeah, I feel like that'll probably be pretty good.
Although it'd have to be like an orb or something.
I know.
You know what I mean? Because you don't really want somebody breaking their like grandma breaks her dentures on like on a quartz crystal or something.
Yeah. No. Exactly. No, we're not putting it in the food again, Jen. She always wants to eat the rocks.
Oh my god!
I was thinking like centerpieces and like around the plates.
Yeah,
she's like, we grind it up and we snort it. Like we'll do whatever it takes to eat
I was
the
thinking
rocks.
of a king cake. Oh, because my best friends were just visiting from New Orleans.
Yeah.
So I was thinking king cake. I still have ADD. Yeah. Hi. I'm Jen. I have ADD.
She still wants to eat the rocks too. That's something that we're just like never, I guess, gonna get by. Like,
oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my
so
god.
funny.
Yeah. So that's historical. But no, yes, we will do all parts of your wedding. But
yes,
whenever that happens.
Yeah.
I know. I am thinking. So today's kind of special. A little bit in a cool way because we like to change it up.
We do.
So we actually have our first guest today. I know.
I'm so excited.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And we are at the Mothership, so just bear with us, folks, because if we have to, work with a customer or something, we'll be tag teaming that.
You guys
that
are
whole
familiar
thing.
with our work.
Yeah, exactly. You've been here before.
Yeah.
But we have visiting today for a little bit to help us talk about the crystal of the month. He's going to introduce the crystal of the month for June, even though it's halfway through June. Our crystal of the month is like a midway point.
Pretty much.
We have our own calendar. It's not a Gregorian calendar.
Half of the month to figure out what we need to get through the rest of the month.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I'm still got jade like everywhere.
Yeah, like if we're going in blind, like what if like we see a dolphin on land and like that's a trauma? We need to like
we're like that didn't work.
Yeah,
the jade didn't work.
Yeah,
he is our intern extraordinaire and he's our psychocrystallologist, budding from Katona, New York, and on his way to Bard College this summer, Atticus Tikibas. Come on in. Oh my god.
It's an
honor. It's an honor to have. Thank you so much for having me. I didn't
You've
realize.
been the best. Like seriously, and you're not going anywhere anyway.
Yes,
it went from intern to like right into the tribe in like a
yeah,
hot
we're jumping right in. Well, thank you so much for having me. It's an
You're
honor.
welcome.
I didn't realize I was the first ever guest.
We've
of
been
the Mothership.
trying, but no, this is the first one. Yeah. Well, we got the technology down, so we're good. We're good. I don't like people, we like to do things right. So we've got it down.
I'm hoping to start strong, set the high bar for all the remaining guests.
Yes, indeed.
They're all going to be chubs.
Oh my God. So we have you here for lots of reasons. I mean, you could just dive in on any card, but obviously, thank you. I have to say thank you out loud in general for being here because it really made a difference at a very interesting time in the development of Majestic Hudson. You're an integral part of the team right now, and he knows so much about crystals that we're like we haven't picked the crystal of the month. So do you want to introduce that?
Thank you so much. Yeah. So as you heard Jen say, I am a self-proclaimed psychocrystallologist, psycho for short. And I had the honor of choosing the crystal of the month for not only May, but also June.
Mm-hmm.
So May was jade. And this month I decided to go with a stone that has really resonated with me personally, which is Sodalite.
Mm-hmm.
Sodalite has been coming up so much in my life recently. I just recently meditated with it for the first time, and I feel like I have a whole new outlook on so many things, and it's been so restorative and helpful to me that I just think it's the perfect stone to be talking about for the podcast.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Yes. You've been talking about it like every day. And he has been here every day. Like literally like almost 30 days out of the month.
Open so close.
Yeah, exactly. And every day he's like, so Jen, Sodalite? So I'd be like, Sodalite. So have you used Sodalite for this? It was Sodalite. It was everything. Every time I turned around, I was like, I'm waking up in the morning going, oh, Sodalite. It's just like crazy.
And rightfully so. It's so nice.
Have you done much?
I was just saying that it's actually it's one of the stones that I don't have in my collection yet, so I don't have that much experience with it. But like I have only heard, it is also often the crystal that I get wrong the most often. Like and the amount of times like Atticus is seeing me in the store being like, which one is this? And he's like, dragon's blood fuchsia. And I'm like, okay, fine, I get it. You've been here forever. Like, and I'm just like,
some things just stick.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'll never know.
This is my one specialty, okay? I
No,
need to
but that's
milk
what I
it.
mean.
Good, we need it.
Oh,
But And Sodalite, I to be honest, I don't have that many experiences. But when I was looking up facts, immediately a picture of a pegacorn came up, and I was like,
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
look,
wow.
look at him.
Oh, nice.
Isn't he beautiful?
Oh,
Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
For the video.
My dream. Literally my dream. So now, like, I mean, leave it to a pegacorn for me to be like, I should probably look into this more. Like, so
Wait, next time we'll be like, the unicorn will just walk, we'll just waltz it in a white.
Yeah.
I'll flip
We
it.
know it's an equestrian town. We get hooked up.
And we have
Yeah.
space for it in the spaceship.
Yeah, we
The
do.
day
Spaceship.
that I come in here and there's a horse in this egg, I'm leaving and I'm quitting and I'm never coming back.
Because then I've gone too far.
Then you've gone too far.
I
We'll
brought
just employ the
Hare
horse.
here. I have brought Hare.
Hare is travel friendly. The horse, I would be like, how does she even fit it through the door? How to
Yeah,
get
we're not
in?
going that far.
Like,
We have a petting zoo session in the
Yeah,
sanctuary.
exactly.
Oh my god.
We'll have a petting zoo in the courtyard.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll have.
I'll make a
Oh, yeah.
tiny little like horn and I'll put it on Gibby's head.
There we go.
And
That'll
then
work.
that'll
Okay.
be he'll be like a fun sized unicorn.
Did you see that video I sent you?
Yes.
That was hysterical.
Hamster, and I'm blanking because you sent me the one with the hamster and the cat who were best friends.
Yes,
That one was one of my favorites.
but he was like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
It was like, hey,
Oh,
what's up?
he was like, it was like the number of times I've cried today, and he was like,
3.
that's what it was. I needed a quick stimmy, and I sent it to Andrew, and Andrew was like, you
Yeah.
to a T.
I know. I haven't even met Andrew yet, which is hysterical.
I
'Cause I'm
know.
sure he thinks I'm insane. But it's
Well,
okay.
he only because you're guilty by association. So
True.
So he's
So it
like,
works that
well,
way.
surely she can't be any worse than you. I'm like, no, she can't.
I found that TikToks are so good for like work morale. Like,
Yeah.
we need to normalize employees and bosses sending other employees and bosses TikToks.
Thank you.
Yes,
Because
very
it
true.
makes the world go round, and there's no better way to reach someone's heart than through like an animal video on
Oh my
TikTok.
God.
Oh, exactly.
We need to normalize employees and bosses sending other employees and bosses TikToks.
Thank you.
Yes,
Because
very true.
it makes the world go round, and there's no better way to reach someone's heart than through like an animal video on
Oh my
TikTok.
God.
Oh, exactly.
The only
They-
time is I'm like, shit, do I gotta pick up the phone? And it's
Yeah.
like, no, you have to
No.
watch the hamster TikTok right now.
Which
No,
I would
that's
so
And
much
pay
rather
you for
do.
your time, watch the
I know,
TikTok.
right? Like this is part of the job.
Right.
And I've actually heard of somebody saying like, it was like, you know how there's this book like the 5 love languages or something?
Yeah.
We might need to check on a customer. I'll just say this really quick. So it was like on my love language is sending all my friends TikToks.
Yes.
That's a good love language to
That's
have.
true. That's
Do
true.
you want to take a quick peek for
Yeah,
us?
absolutely.
And then Atticus and I are going to talk a little bit about Sodalite.
You guys got
And we got everything on, but come on back when you're ready. Thank you so much.
So
You could show it to the video.
yeah,
Now the
so-
video.
that's really cool.
I know, right?
So Sodalite is a gorgeous deep ocean blue color. It has some black and white in it, depending on what piece you get.
Mhm.
The elephant in the room we could address. It does look very, very similar to lapis lazuli.
People get them confused.
People get them
But
confused.
they shouldn't really. It's a different blue. It's a different blue.
It's
for
a
sure.
different blue, but crystals are so almost intimidating as is when you first look at all of them. So of
Mhm.
course people are going to mix them up. But I think it's actually a good indicator of how far you are on your little crystal journey, because if you
true.
can tell the difference between lapis and sodalite, I think you're doing something
Yeah,
right.
exactly. That's a really good. Really good. Because and especially as an artist, when I look at this stone, like to me, this is like a cobalt blue,
Mhm.
and lapis is like an ultramarine.
Yeah, it's a
It's
a
and they used to
different-
make, and people make pigments out of it.
Mhm.
Actually, that's something seriously, like someday we'll have like staff retreat, right? I
Mhm.
hope
We will.
that there's a woman, I think she's in Vancouver, who literally grinds up crystals and makes pigments from them.
Mm, I could be into that.
want to do that so badly. I've probably talked about it before because I talk about things and then we manifest it and it happens.
Of course,
so there
you
you go.
speak it into existence.
Exactly.
I could see like a gorgeous sodalite, azurite, lapis, mortar and pestle moment where
Yes!
it's all, and it's like a great
can make
ombre
that
blue.
happen,
I think that
yes.
could be really gorgeous. Well, anyways, point is the color of sodalite is just to die for. I'm
Yeah, it's a
personally a,
great
huge
color.
fan of this rich, deep blue that it has. It looks to be a wind sign or wind element instead
Okay.
of water element. So
Which is cool.
Which
I
is
love the
cool.
wind. You
not to
haven't
get
heard many
confused,
of
yes.
our previous podcasts. Like I had this whole wind phase from elements. Because usually we direct people to rituals from the ritual bar,
Yeah.
like the 4 elements when they're
Yes.
missing something. But yes, wind is also something that we, like ether, right? And the wind will talk to you sometimes, and I guess so will Sodalite.
Yeah. On the topic of that, the way Sodalite I found speaks to me is obviously I work with it in tandem with the Book of Stones, which I can't recommend enough. Best book to have for all your crystal knowledge. And Sodalite does such a great job for me of getting rid of that debris that I feel I impose upon myself mentally.
Okay.
I have a tendency to sell myself kind of short in my aptitude and what I can do. And working with Sodalite it feels like a reaffirmation of you're performing to your highest ability, and you are, doing all that you can. And that worry and fear of, am I performing enough? You need to just let it go because it's not serving you.
Got it.
And so that's a really valuable lesson. Isn't it crazy how you can learn lessons from these things?
Oh no, that's why we do this. Like when we first started doing crystal month, but we learned so much about ourselves, about everybody else. And that's what the crystal healing process is.
It's one of those things where you don't get it until you learn from it and you experience it yourself. Like I've been going to the store for about a year. I never would have understood or guessed, like when I first walked in, that like the array of stuff out in the store could make me a better person and teach me stuff. So for that, I'm forever thankful. And just especially for Sodalite, very recently, with interning and working and adulting, it's a good confirmation that like you are performing to the best of your ability, and you have that high mental capacity, and you can like make use of all of that. You have access to everything. I'm very like a psychological person. I want to be in the psych field, and so the brain and just anything mental and with neurons, all that fun stuff, it's all my cup of tea. And so the lesson from Sodalite works so well with that.
Does it? Do you feel like Sodalite is, especially because the property, I mean, obviously it's a grounding, it helps ground us a lot. Do you feel like there's an organization to it? Because like it is a journey stone, right? So, I mean, I would consider it a journey stone. Yeah. So because it gives you insight can give us structure. Which is, I don't know, that's why I kind of go with that. It's interesting to me that it's the wind element. I didn't really know that.
I didn't know that either.
So that's like, feels a little contradictory to me, but maybe not.
I think insight does give us structure. I think the insight that Sodalite gives me is more so like insight I've already had, but was latent and underneath other things. Okay. I'd say it's better for like reliving and remembering that you can do stuff. I'd say the things I learned from Sodalite are not new concepts, but better yet, like just further development of already existing notions that I had about myself.
Got it. Interesting. So, so we just did all of our astrology kits. So wait, which sign did you?
I put Sodalite in the Aquarius kit.
Aquarius, which is air. Right?
And I didn't even know it was
intuitive.
Well, my reasoning is not, obviously my reasoning wasn't that. It's a lot more simpler and a lot more funny. Sodalite it's the third eye chakra. I love my favorite, I know you're not supposed to be favorite, the crown chakra and the third eye. Right. Like they hold a special place in my heart. The mind and just this whole like center of the body, I think is the most powerful and the most accessible. Right. So Sodalite is weird. It's a weird stone, and I love the weird stones. I love the ones that make you like go deep in the brain. Yes. And Aquariuses are weird. They're like eccentric and they're just kooky, and they live. That's so true. They live to their own. They beat their own. The tune of their own drum or whatever they call it. Their own drum, and they're floating in the wind without any trajectory. And so Sodalite it's really simple. Sodalite is weird. Aquarius is weird, but weird. As I'm getting older, I'm learning that's the best adjective you could use to describe something. Eccentricity and being weird and just different is so, it's like a commodity in my opinion. So that's really the long and short of it. I thought Sodalite would go good with the Aquarius stones because it has that, like, in my head, it's like a ditziness to it of it's silly. It's reminding you that you can do it and also not taking yourself too seriously. Right. Like, if it could talk, it'd be like, relax, like you got it, like you're doing it, you're fine. This. Also, it's like, you got this, but don't worry, just don't worry. It's like we're doing our own thing. It's doing our thing. Absolutely. So yeah, it's more than a journey stone, and it has more psychic abilities, obviously. Yes. But one thing I noticed, which was interesting about
sodalite that I didn't know. I'm still trying to find some really cool history or some cool story. Nothing's coming up quite yet, which is interesting to me. But
we'll have to write it ourselves.
Well, I guess we will. I know we'll have to like bury a please somewhere. I mean, this is like, it keeps like locking up. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I'll find it.
Even when retrograde ends, it never stops.
It never stops. So what I was going to say was Sodalite is a pattern regulator. So it's interesting. You said like neurons and things like that as well, but it's used really well for people who are like avid astrologers, okay, or tarot card readers, or my personal favorite, the I Ching right now. Any of those kind of modalities, Sodalite actually is very good for that. So for
that checks out. I completely believe that. Yeah.
So that, I thought there was, so to me also, I was thinking that's like sacred geometry. You know, it might actually be.
Do they know what that is?
Yeah, I think everybody knows.
Okay,
with our crystal gridding and all that stuff. But well, why don't you give your take on sacred geometry? Because like, I mean, whether it's a crystal grid or just something else, because to me, that's everything.
Yeah, I agree completely. So sacred geometry, I'm going to make a comparison to yoga.
Okay.
With the intuition part of it.
Okay.
This is all just my point of view from my spiritual journey. There's no correct way to do sacred geometry. If it's sacred, the sacred adjective means it's sacred to you.
Gotcha.
And no one can throw any shade on that sacred geometry for you. It literally, if you really wanted it the way you did, you could just throw a bunch of stones and the way they fall is the sacred geometry. I think it's a process that that has no right definition, and the connection to yoga is embodying the Yoga Sutra. I'm learning like there really is no quote right way, and yoga classes are excellent. But when there's a multitude of people, it sometimes can take away from your own personal journey with yoga. So I prefer, this is just personally, I do my yoga by myself, and I have no plan going in or going out. I just contort my body in whatever way I feel. And it's a little silly, it's a little goofy, but yoga is what you do when no one is watching.
Yeah. Ooh, I love that. Yeah. I love that. Oh my God.
So back to Sodalite.
Yeah.
Sacred geometry.
Yep. I'm still listening. I'm still trying to find something.
Yeah, of course.
Keep going.
I think I've never done this, but I'm jonesing to do it now afterwards, like the second I get home.
Yeah.
I could see Sodalite being a really good navigator for what stones to use, where to put them. I think Sodalite would do a good job of helping me with those decisions.
Okay.
Because it has that intuition part of it and the third eye. And crystal gridding is an endless practice. It can have many meanings at all. And it's all found in here. And you're the one at the end of the day deciding what you want to manifest and what you want to create with your grid, with what you're doing. And if you're doubting yourself, or even if it's like, have you ever been making a grid and just like froze because you don't know, like going into the practice like blind and not knowing? Sometimes I want to make a grid and I'm like, okay, but what am I gonna grid? Like, what do I want to make?
Right. It feels like it could be the centering. You know what I mean? Like maybe Sodalite could be a little bit like a quartz pyramid or something. So if you were putting it in the middle of the grid, you could wait. You could wait to see how it's going to build around it. Right? Like,
I think that's what I was trying to say. You put that a lot better than I did. But
well, no, it's about the same. Well, I mean, truth, self-esteem, also intuition, right? So like having self-esteem means you're willing to start. So you take out the doubt for a second there.
It removes all the doubt, and it tells you without having to tell you like the next steps going forward, because it reminds you that you are performing to your highest mental capacity. Whatever you choose is whatever the right thing you want to choose. Right? Yeah.
I found some history. You want to hear it?
Yes, I do.
Okay. First of all, we're all going to laugh about this because we love this. And we hope Ellie comes back soon, but she's helping a customer right now. But we all take turns.
Yes.
Oh, you know what they call it?
What do they call
the poor man's lapis.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
No, don't do Sodalite like that.
No, but one of the things, it's like, but it was a substitute for expensive lapis lazuli. So it was.
What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, we just actually did a podcast on lapis recently. Lapis is like my all-time favorite stone in general.
Really?
One of them. So like nothing compares.
You
can't. But I really wouldn't substitute. And I'm like a color, I love colors, so to me it's very different colors. I could recognize it. But it was discovered in 1811 in Greenland, and it was considered an ornamental stone in 1891 when they found vast deposits of it in Ontario, Canada. So that's a whole other location. And it became known as the Princess Blue because Princess Margaret of England visited Bancroft, Canada, and fell in love with the appearance of Sodalite, and chose this crystal for the interior of her Marlborough house.
Oh wow, that's very fancy.
Yeah.
So it does have some royal.
Well, it's no
background.
Cleopatra's lapis, but
it does the job.
It does the job.
I would not
Good old
call
Maggie.
I wouldn't call it a poor man's lapis by any means of the sort. Absolutely not.
I totally get that. That's awesome.
It has history, which is good. It's got some substance to it.
Oh, here's the word. It's a member of we can't get this word. The Felspathoid.
Yes, the Felspathoid.
Is the Felspathoid? Say that.
That's the kind of stone. Before we started, I said, kids, eat your Felspathoids.
It's like a Flintstone vitamin.
Yeah, I'm sure it's super good for you somehow, in some way.
Oh my god. And that's like the next product we're making.
Yeah.
Do you know that we have everybody sign an NDA? We have a lawyer on staff because, of all ideas, we just tell everybody. But that's not true. No, it is true.
Yeah, we'll just be on the market for Sodalite gummies. They're coming soon.
Exactly.
Once a day, every morning. Great for the kids.
I know. And they'll look like little crystals. And then we can eat the crystals. Where's Ellie? Can't wait for her to come back. She just makes fun of me for saying.
Don't you just want to eat them sometimes? They look so tasty.
I know. And Ellie's like, you gotta stop saying
I'm out and loud about my stance on this. Crystals are delicious.
They're delicious.
They're gorgeous. I would, to conclude my contribution to Sodalite, I would just say that it's like so fitting for me personally as a stone of the month, and I hope that it resonates with whoever else is listening as the stone of the month for them as well, because I don't think of it as one of the things that people are gravitated towards meditation with. Like, it's not one of those heavy hitters where it's like, oh, you must meditate with clear quartz and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's not one of those in my opinion. So I can't recommend enough. Just work with this stone, see what it can offer you, bring you, teach you. Especially if you're a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio, and I love that weird mind matter type of energy, and Sodalite has like that written all over it.
Yeah.
So can't recommend it enough. I think it's very, very fitting. And lucky for it, it's a stone during Pride Month, so that's cool too.
Yep, good point.
Perfect. That's true.
So June. So first of all, congratulations on graduating.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for everything you've done. And obviously you're part of the team now. But we know that you have got a lot to do in terms of
I've got to
graduating and heading out,
whole college
all the things.
All that stuff. I know.
But thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
so
much.
All right. I'll see you next week.
All right.
All right.
And
Bye,
with that,
adieu.
Adieu. Rest of the podcast.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Now I'm gonna have to fucking buy more soda. I just bought these things, and now I'm like, oh, he looks so cute right with him.
God.
It's his old thing.
I know, but it also just goes to show you in general, folks, that like everybody has a different personal relationship with different stones.
Yes.
But do try to experiment, right? Like
I know.
even forget to sometimes.
That's the thing. Is like it's so funny because hearing Atticus talk about Sodalite, I'm like, that's literally me, aquamarine. Like,
yes.
I will dish out aquamarine to like anybody. I'm like, oh, you're anxious, you can't drink coffee?
Yeah.
Take it, please. Maybe I should. No, I'm not stooping to your level. I was like, maybe I should put a little bit of aquamarine in my coffee cup. And I'm like, I'm not psychotic.
No. Oh my God. I'm not either. I'm not really doing it. I was talking about a king cake.
I just keep talking about doing it.
I know.
We'll do it one day.
But we had an interesting day today, guys. We were just like, seriously, 2 hours
know.
later. So we did a spell to bring two cats together.
Yeah.
That's because they were fighting. Oh, sorry, Flora.
My Flora.
So that happened today. I wrapped a crystal for somebody's beautiful purse with copper wire.
Oh, it was yes.
Yeah,
I was told about that. Oh God.
Well, you did some editing genius.
I did. So I did. So as you're listening, I was editing this thing, and it was a lot of fun. And it's there's a lot of different wires that have to cross at the perfect time. So I was sitting there while everyone's out there, and I was like, connect.
And she
But
put this beautiful Sodalite background.
Yeah, I found
the
a
video
Sodalite background. Gotta love Google. I mean, and so when you guys, whether you want to watch the podcast or have a visual aid, then you can look at this beautiful little Sodalite background that is just glistening and gorgeous. And but yeah, we did yoga this morning.
We did. Yeah, it's been a long day.
It's been a long day.
We've been a lot in here today.
It's been good.
It's June. We love June.
I know.
So I guess like happy birthdays to those who are birthdays.
Yeah.
Happy Gemini season into Cancer season.
Yep.
Happy full moon on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Happy summer solstice. Don't forget to do the things or reach out if you need to know what to do.
Yeah.
And what else we've got? There's Juneteenth. What else is there this month? So Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
Yes, that's very true. Yeah. Father's Day, Pride Month, like it's
it's so many things.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
So subscribe to our newsletter and our podcast.
Our podcast does need subscribers.
And calendar, all the things. And we float. We like to float in the summer.
We do.
We float literally on paddle boards and other things.
Yep.
But we're here, and thank you for all the things, everybody. And I love this. I love this one quote. I forget who wrote it. I think it could be. Is it Yeats? In the summer, the song sings itself.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah. So no ASMR today, just a couple of bells and a guest. Yeah. Atticus. Yeah, seriously, it's such a big help.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, happy summer, guys.
Yeah,
and
enjoy.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.